What is up, everyone? Welcome to another show of Crowd Pleaser, the show that brings you the inside scoop on what it takes to be a male entertainer in today's world. Today, we're discussing how the club works for episode 6. What this means is we're going to be diving into club etiquette and kind of like the basics of what you need to know whenever you go to a strip club. We have a lot of women that come to the club for the first time, or groups of women that come to the club for the first time. And if they don't have a veteran with them, they really don't know how the club works. So hopefully this podcast is going to kind of shine some light on the subject. All right, I also have a special guest host with me today that I'll be introducing here in a moment. But first things first, I want to talk about LaBare Dallas, which is my home office. You can catch me there 5 nights a week, Wednesday to Sunday, where we have over 18 entertainers bringing you the best show in the Metroplex. Next, this show is brought to you by you via the Patreon. That's patreon.com/crowdpleaser, where you can donate as little as $1 a month, and every little bit helps bringing us a new show. Hopefully we can get to our next goal, which will bring us a camera so we can do live video feeds for every show for you ladies and gentlemen to enjoy. All right, now, without further ado, I want to introduce my special guest tonight. He's been in the strip club industry, mainly LaBare, for the last 9 years, off and on, taking little breaks here and there. He danced for 7 of those, and he actually branched out now. He's been DJing for the last 2. He's a lead guitarist for multiple metal projects that are currently in the works, all still while performing master of ceremony duties every night at LaBare Dallas. I want to welcome to the show, Kayden. How you doing, Kayden?
Hey, I'm good, man. Thanks for having me on.
Oh, appreciate you being on the show. Ladies, for those of you that don't know, Kayden's been in the club for quite a long time. Like I said, 9 years. He's performed all kinds. He was actually performing when I first started. He took a little break, and now he's back DJing. I'll tell you what, he's one of the smoothest people on the mic. So, hopefully this won't be a big change for you since you don't get to see your crowd today.
Oh, man, this will be a lot of fun. I'm really excited about it.
So am I. So let's go ahead and dive right into it just to get into the nuts and bolts of things. All right, so first things first, ladies, it starts at home, the dress code. You have to remember this is a place of business and this is a nightclub. A lot of times people are like, oh, it's a strip club, I can wear what I want, but the truth of the matter is you kind of can't. All right, you don't want to go in there looking like a stripper. That's our job. So like coming in there with scanty attire really isn't the best thing to do, right?
Yeah, I agree. You know, you definitely don't have to go all out. Be clean. Nothing that you wouldn't wear to school.
Yep.
I suppose.
Yeah, I mean, you don't have to go full business attire, even though some people do. They come in during the week after work and stuff like that, and that's perfectly all right. For the younger ladies, also like raver type wear, it really doesn't fit that scenario. Yes, we're a dance club. Yes, we have lights and stuff like that, but coming in there with a bunch of neon wires strapped around you and fuzzy boots.
Yeah, LaBare is an intimate setting too. It's very nice. It's very quiet. We keep the lights nice and dim, so dress, kind of according to where you're going, I suppose. And yeah, it's not a rave, even though we do put on one hell of a show. That
being said, even though we do have our more casual nights like Wednesdays and Sundays, PJs are probably still frowned upon as well. You, like I said, this is our place of business. Coming in there looking like you're about ready to go to bed or you just woke up, once again, is kind of looked down upon.
Yeah, I see it a lot, and it's quite funny, to be honest with you, man. I think it's really funny to watch the girls come in their pajamas, because as far as I go, I'll wear a hat. That's as far as I usually take it, and that's dressing really down.
Yeah, no, you have fantastic fashion sense.
Thanks, man. Hey, I'm just trying to fit in around here.
Hey, even being behind the DJ booth, man, you still bring your best, so that really is appreciative. Man. You know, dress to impress. You're going out with your friends. You know, you're gonna see a bunch of good-looking dudes. You kind of fit the part. Kind of hold yourself to a higher standard, because at the end of the day, that's what we hold you to, and that's what we hold our show to. So kind of fit in the environment.
Absolutely, we're trying to look good for the ladies. So it's a nice when they give us some reciprocation and try to clean it up for us too.
And obviously to get a little more in depth, you want to dress practically as well. If you're planning on getting some dances and you like being a little bit close, like don't wear a miniskirt that every time you take a step it hikes up.
Right, and if you're a part of a stage package that might be incorporated into some routines, you might not want to wear your shortest skirt that night. Yeah. That you'll be up on stage in front of 400, 500 ladies.
Or don't forget to wear underwear.
That's another.
That does happen sometimes, and you won't know until the girl's face turns beat red up on the stage. Yeah. Though you do a good job of changing the color of the lights and no one notices.
Oh, thanks, man. Hey.
All right, so now, like we said earlier, a lot of girls bring their friends, right? And to be honest with you, that is acceptable across the board. You can bring your friends that are into women. You could bring your mom. You could bring family members. All that is perfectly all right. The only thing that I would hesitate to is to bring someone that just has it set in their mind that they don't want to have a good time.
Yeah, and you do get those right away. If a few drinks can't loosen them up, then after a couple of hours, it's almost becomes annoying, man. Why are you here?
Yeah, well, not only that, but they kind of bring down the energy of the group. I've gone on side stages, where they have a stage package, and half of the stage is having a great time, and then the other half is kind of awkward because there's one or two ladies that have just decided, you know what, we're not going to have a good time, which, honestly, if you have an open mind, is pretty difficult to do because we have a great show going. You're playing fantastic music. We have good-looking dudes. You can people watch the interactions between the dudes and the ladies, or you can even just people watch the ladies themselves.
Which is also fun, too. I hear a lot of ladies that come and talk about just watching other women interact with guys, getting dances, how they approach people on stage. It is fun, man. And I see it all from the DJ booth. So, it's not a bad place to come, even if you're not expecting, how should I say it? If you're expecting the worst, you're coming in here expecting to be just guys just all over you and just all this attention that you're not looking for. And, it's really not that. And
communication is key.
Yeah.
You really, if you're in a certain mindset, you kind of let the dudes know we're human beings. We'll listen to you. If you're like, hey, I'm not drunk enough, or hey, this is not really my thing, I just came to watch a show, we'll chit chat with you a little bit, let you know what's going on, and just make everyone feel comfortable. At the end of the day, that's all we're there for.
I feel like all of our guys are good at picking up on that too, making ladies not feel too uncomfortable, and I can sense when they're uncomfortable right away.
No, and I've heard you in the DJ booth. You're very good about calling people out, both in not necessarily a negative way, but if you see them kind of being a little secluded, you're like, hey, put your phones down, check out the show. Why don't you come up here and talk to this guy and stuff like that? And you kind of point the guys in that direction too, like, hey, they're looking a little shy. Why don't you go say hi and stuff like that? And it really, really helps set the mood. It's kind of like a cohesive unit. The gentleman's doing something, you're doing something. The ladies are kind of cooperating. We have some of the more regular patrons or veteran women. They'll help encourage women and kind of just set the mood for it. And it just snowballs.
And we always appreciate their participation. It makes the show a lot more fun. I always say, come on down and be a part of the show because you can get interactive. And you can't really get that at a lot of places. Here at LaBare, you can get up close and personal with all their favorite guys. Being in a lot of local shows and even seeing national touring acts, they'll even mention, the crowd being on their phones. Put them away and enjoy the show. Live in the moment. Be here. You're here now. You can come back and get pictures any other day or just snap a photo so you can personally remember. But you will be missing out if you're on your phone the whole time here or anywhere else. Part of just watching live entertainment, man. Put the phone up, and I've learned that just by, being such a big fan of all types of live entertainment, man. You do miss out just living on your phone and trying to. I've been guilty of Snapchatting my entire, my entire favorite band set, like the rest of us. But
it's kind of like what they're saying with those kids, the parents now at kids' soccer games. Everyone's recording everything on their phone, and people just forget to actually watch their kids.
Yeah.
But that's a really good point, Kayden. Good job. And finally, to put a bow on this whole friends and group thing, know your exit strategy. Understand that if everyone's going to drink, then make sure you have someone can set up an Uber, or that you do have a designated driver in the group, and we'll accommodate that and stuff like that, because it really, last thing you want to do at 2:15 in the morning when we're done pictures, everyone's scrambling to leave, is then when you're trying to figure out how you're leaving and whatnot.
Yeah. Come prepared. Know how you're going to get home. Like I said, like you mentioned, we can find you an Uber. We'll get you a ride. We can get you a taxi out of here, no problem. But come ready to party. Come ready to have a good time. Don't let that stop you from having some drinks and enjoying your Friday or Saturday.
Right on. Moving right along. This is a strip club, so cash. Credit cards will help you pay your tabs, and you can use it for purchasing party packages and VIPs. But at the end of the day, all transactions on the floor, including going up on stage and stuff like that, is cash only.
Absolutely.
So you definitely want to show up. You can bring big bills and we'll swap them out for ones, or you can bring your own ones, preferably older ones, because new ones are just a pain in the butt to count, and you have the threat of having severe paper cuts.
Hell yeah, it's never fun.
No, so definitely remember that. You'd be surprised. Same thing for stripograms. Guys are not carrying their little squares. Everything's on cash on the stripogram. So make sure you ladies have cash.
Especially for stripograms. That's a good point. Have cash ready for the stripogram. And sometimes you'll get there and they won't be expecting you. And I understand, but cash in hand when you're going to see some strippers. That's just rule number one right there.
Yep. Well, plus it also makes it easier for everyone to chip in to say, put the bachelorette girl up on stage. You know, instead of one person forking over the cash for it, everyone puts in their little cut via cash, and you can handle it right off the bat, or, you know, private dances, stuff like that. So, you know, simple, straight to the point, but very true. You'd be surprised in today's age when barely anyone carries cash anymore on how important that is. So moving right along, this goes in mainly, I mean, this involves everyone, but you're kind of, once again, the master of ceremonies on this, the MC, is stages. So first things first, main stage is for tipping. We put on our show there, but at the same time, we have to stress that everyone, including you, works off of tips and tips alone.
Right.
So the show that we're doing, there's no hourly, we don't get a piece of the door. It is strictly the money that people tip us is what we walk away with. So just as a common courtesy, if you want to be up on stage and you want to cheer for the guys and, you know, get a quick feel and whatnot, body roll, by all means do it. But at least have $1 or $2 to give the guy.
Yeah, and make room for the ladies that do want to tip. You know, a lot of girls out there want to, you know, show their appreciation for their favorite entertainer, and we love having the energy up there in front of the stage. I love packing that stage, getting it 3 or 4 rows deep, and it really affects the way we perform. Getting that feedback from the crowd, those yells, those screams, but those screams aren't going to pay the bills, man. So yeah. I hate to start calling girls out when we're just having such a great time, but eventually, you know, we really need those girls in the back to be able to get up front and tip the guys that are really putting those
don't get me wrong
on that stage.
Enthusiasm is highly encouraged, and it definitely helps set the mood, but at the same time, don't impede somebody from making a little bit of money if someone does want to tip and whatnot.
Right.
You know, it doesn't take much, $2 or $3. We'll call it even. Now that's main stage. Moving on to side stages. Side stages are, again, if you feel like main stage is too crowded, because you do a great job of filling up that main stage, Kayden. If you feel they're too crowded and you didn't get a chance to get a hold of your favorite entertainer, you can catch them on stages 2 and 3 for sure, because those are mandatory rotations. And on side stages where you can go up, talk to them for a little bit, get a little more personal. You know, you can also ask for dances there. Like, hey, I know you have to do your stages, but when you get the chance, please come see me for a private dance or a table dance. And you can introduce yourself properly. Instead of typically on stage, main stage, because there's so much going on, there's very little talking. Versus on side stage, you kind of have a little bit more independence or leeway in that regards.
Yeah, working your side stages, it's nice to rock the house on that main stage and continue to go right on over to stage 2 and 3 as fast as you can to keep that energy up. You know, they appreciate you. They remember what you just did. So a lot of times, you know, the girls will come over there and talk to you on stage 2 and 3 because they weren't able to speak to you very long up on that main stage. And, you know, those little hellos and quick introductions, you know, meet my friend, you know, here and there, that's great. It's more personal on those side stages. I really loved being on my side stages and being able to just hear them, you know, because sometimes over the music on that main stage and you have so many things going on, you just can't hear them, and you will forget their name, and especially you know, when there's somebody that's been showing you love all night and then they finally are able to get to you on a side stage. It's just really nice to sit there and be able to chit chat with them and then talk to them about you know, maybe getting a dance from you so you could spend even more time with them, because, you know, we're all in such a hurry with these sets being run, you know, guy after guy. They don't, you know, they're getting booted off that stage 2 and on over to 3, and then from 3 they're going on to do another dance. So yeah, don't sleep on that side stage either, because they won't be there very long. You guys are rotating fast.
Very true. Get your dog done going there. That leads me to another point is, you know, you don't want to hog the side stage. There could be a party package there and they feel like they have a little bit of possession over that stage, so you don't want to be there too long. 2, there might be a line for that entertainer, so you also don't want to spend too much time. At the end of the day, that's what dances are for. So you want to be courteous. You wouldn't want to be waiting in line for 2-3 minutes for someone to finish talking to an entertainer, so don't be that person yourself.
Right.
That being said, you, like we just touched on a little bit earlier, for $60 you can talk to Kayden or your waiter, and you could put your bachelorette, your birthday girl, or even just you up on stage with your favorite entertainer and be part of their skit. That's definitely something we offer. It's a great time. It makes a great memory. You know, those we normally allow the party to take some pictures. No video, but we allow pictures.
Absolutely. That's always really fun,
yes.
too.
And it's great. They have a fantastic time, whether they're nervous, all into it, or they just sit there frozen.
And back to what you said about the girls that show up at the beginning of the night, not expecting to have a great time. You know, they might have a little negativity in their mind towards LaBare, but usually those girls might not be loose after a few drinks, but when we get their bachelorette or their birthday girl or their friend up on the stage, those girls are loving it just as much as everyone else, if not more than anybody in that club. I think that that's a good way to really break your party in and even break your girls in that aren't really, you know, down for LaBare. I mean, that's as up close and personal as you can get right there on that stage in front of everybody. And you guys put on such a badass show. I see why they keep coming back, trying to book package after package after package. Some of you guys, I have to turn these girls away. He's already got three requests, and he's only going to do 2 sets tonight. So I don't know what to tell you.
Well, I know some women are disappointed that you don't go up on stage anymore.
Hey,
so
one day they'll just have to keep coming.
Yep. So, touching on that, the other side of the coin is we are, like I said, we do put women up on stage to be part of the act, but the stages are not for women. Don't jump on side stage. Don't jump on main stage unless we put you up there. Don't start dancing and stealing the show.
Yeah.
It's actually a liability thing for us. Like if you fall or get injured, then we're held responsible. It's a big insurance issue, so it's for your safety as well as ours. And plus, just women came there to see guys, so they don't really want to see a stranger female up on stage taking over the show.
It's unprofessional. Please, just respect the stage. You know, you have to have some respect for that stage.
One last eyeball I'd like to put in before moving on to the next topic is, if you are holding your phone in one hand and you're drinking the other, there's no way for me to A, dance on you, and B, for you to tip me. So think about that ahead of time. If you're going to be up on stage, put everything in your purse. At least try to have one hand open. I can't tell you how often I sit down, take a knee in front of someone. I'm about to dance on them, and they literally have their phone and purse in one hand, and they're drinking the other, and they just stare at me.
Yeah.
So, that creates a slightly awkward situation that could easily be avoided for both of us. So just take that in consideration. That being said, putting your drink on the stage is not okay either. It could get kicked. It could get tipped over. I've had plenty of drinks fall on me and stuff like that. The stage is for performing. Please keep your drinks off of it.
Yeah, the drinks will get knocked over, and it's always
awkward.
It's awkward, but it happens. And LaBare, the show itself is an 8-hour show, and it goes by so fast. Just put your phone up, check it on Facebook when you get there, let everybody know where you're at, put it up, and then just enjoy the show, because it's going to be over faster than you think. 8 hours feels like 3. And 3 feels like 45 minutes.
Very true, very true. I talked about that in one of my other shows. You're cutting your night short, and it will fly by quicker than you think. All right, so moving on to our next topic, dances. All right, very simple. We'll just talk about some do's and don'ts and how they work. So the club offers 2 kinds of dances. You can get a table dance, which is the $20, and it's typically right there on the spot. So it kind of puts a little bit of show for the party and stuff, if you want to get one for your bachelorette, or if you just want to get one for yourself. Typically, especially on a Friday and Saturday when it's really packed, there's no room to maneuver, so we just do it right there on the spot. Pretty nice and easy. It's hard to gauge how many songs because obviously we don't play full songs, but you get your money's worth for the $20. Do you have anything to add about table dances?
Get one for yourself, get one for your friend. You're going to a strip club. When I go to a strip club, I love getting lap dances. It's fun. I'm there to have a good time, and then once I go home, you leave it all there.
Yep.
Do the same when you come to LaBare. Don't be afraid to get a table dance. It's not awkward. It's not weird. We're very respectful and professional about it. So
very true. Very true.
I think that these girls would really enjoy a table dance from a favorite entertainer. It's fun.
Yeah.
There's not a lot of male strip clubs out there.
And
especially doing it right.
If you're not ready for yours, get one for your friend. She might return the favor later on.
Oh, yeah.
Do you want to go ahead and mention VIP dances, private dances?
VIP dances, we do those all night long too. In the back, it's more quiet. It's a little longer, and you're not out there in front of everybody. You get to spend a little more, some more intimate time with your entertainer, on your own couch. The lighting's a little more dim. It's VIP. It's to make. I don't know where to go now.
It's just more intimate. It gives you a little more personal feel with your favorite entertainer. You get to know each other a little bit better, and like you said, it's less of a show. It's more just about the two of you. So a couple of do's and don'ts. As far as attire, clothing goes. Spiked heels and sharp bracelets, for a little while there when Rihanna was wearing all that spike stuff, it was the fashion. That's absolutely horrible. I understand if you need to wear it. Just realize, like, if you have spikes in the back of your heels, don't start clawing at our calves because we're going to come out shredded at the end of it.
Yeah.
Leg placement's a thing as well. Putting your leg up on the nearest table or chair or your friend's shoulder is not kosher. Do not do that, please. It, like you said earlier, we're very professional, very courteous, and that's just not very accommodating to anyone. Payment beforehand definitely helps. It helps us keep a queue of people, and it just avoids awkward situations later on when people are trying to figure out who paid who or who forgot and whatnot like that. It just makes it easier on the entertainer as well as the female. Plus, if you're paying your waiter to go find the entertainer for you, that also kind of accommodates it, because last thing you want to do is be like, hey, so-and-so wants to dance. The entertainer goes through the time to try to find you, and then you end up, oh, no, we really don't want it, or something like that. You know, things are by no means sealed in stone or written in stone, but it just helps things move along a lot easier and quicker. During the dance, licking and biting and clawing, totally uncool.
Totally uncool, especially the clawing. I don't like being clawed. I don't like being licked either. And you know, I'm not a mean guy, so for me personally, it's weird to have to tell these ladies to back off. You know, it's makes it awkward. But,
oh yeah, I mean, you don't want to go on stage looking like you got mauled by a tiger.
Yeah, and we got to know that we put on this show 5 nights a week, so scratches don't look good. Yeah. I know some girls think it's sexy. It's not sexy. It doesn't feel good. I mean, maybe right place, right time, spontaneous scratching could be cool, but just LaBare, while we're working, it's one of my biggest pet peeve, man.
Yeah, and just because you like something doesn't necessarily mean we do. So that's something to take into consideration as well. Like I just mentioned also, you know, if you can't find your entertainer on side stage for whatever reason, maybe he's helping on stage while he's doing a lot of dances and stuff like that, you can ask your waiter to go find him for you. And like I said earlier, it's a lot easier to lock that in when you tip them or give them money ahead of time. Also, one alibi about the licking too is I'm honestly, like, I've had people lick me on main stage too, and I'm like, how does sweat and cologne taste, and occasionally glitter from some other girl? Like, I feel like that's just not the most attractive thing, but it happens.
And we have the dollar bills all over us, which, you know, can be dirty also. You're taking them out of our pants, and then you've got girls putting them in their mouths trying to tip. You know, want us to grab the dollar bill with our teeth, and that's just disgusting.
Yep. So that being said, though, things are okay. Talking is perfect, all right. Like I said, typically a lot of people, about half the VIPs I do, and maybe what you do, it's a lot of talking, just getting to know people and stuff like that.
Yeah.
You know, you're allowed to touch us. That's perfect, all right. The only thing is I would fall back on the golden rule. You know, treat others how you want to be treated. If it's something you don't enjoy, then we probably won't enjoy it either. If you find it disrespectful to yourself, we probably find it disrespectful as well. Communication is key. You know, if when in doubt, just ask the entertainer and he'll let you know ahead of time, and just keep everything in the right light. And one last thing, I don't know if it's a thing for you, but I've heard it from other guys as well as me. If you just finished coming back from the smoking patio, let us know so we don't grab you right away, so we're not dealing with smoke/alcohol breath, or just, you know, breath mint or some gum. We'll kind of take a shot of Rumplemint, something to kind of ease that pain, because we do get kind of close, and you know, it might not be, I don't know, maybe for smokers it's not a big deal.
Cigarette breath is gross, man.
Thank you. There you go. You heard it here first.
I'm telling you right now, earlier in my career, the guys that I was working with would love to make jokes. You know, it'd be Hot Girl or wherever what road show we may be doing. Well, whatever the case, man. If you told Kayden, if you told me that girl smoked, I was done. I do not like the taste and smell of cigarette smoke.
I understand.
It's nasty.
I understand.
And we used to be able to, or ladies were able to smoke in this club earlier when I first started dancing in LaBare.
Wow.
You could still smoke in here, and I mean, our hair smelled like smoke. All of our costumes smelled like smoke. We definitely had to shower before we could go out, you know, to the after hours club.
Oh man, I couldn't imagine having to wash out my mohawk and redo it every day.
Every night, man. You would definitely smell like cigarette smoke. You wouldn't even want to wear your cool clothes to work because they just stink afterwards. But so I don't miss that. It's not as bad anymore. We have a smoking patio if you want to go out and have a cigarette. I'm not trying to make anybody feel bad for smoking.
Oh yeah, by all means. No, it's just a combination thing.
Yeah,
by all means, smoke all you want.
Too.
Yeah, all you need to do is let me know, hey, I'm gonna go out to smoke. I'll be like, cool, I'll wait like 20 minutes before I come grab you. That being said, one last thing on dances as well is that Kayden, despite being a DJ, he is still available for dances as well, ladies. So if you find out that he's your fan favorite, just let him know and he'll sneak you into his schedule. All right. So last and final, one of the biggest things that helps women do what they do is the liquid courage, alcohol. So a couple of rules. know your drinks if it's special. You know, when I was a waiter, women would come in and they tell me a weird name for some kind of drink, and I'm like, okay, I don't know what that is. Can you tell me what's in it? And they wouldn't know either. I'm like, well, if you have an exotic drink, you kind of let me know what goes in it, and I'll find out if the bartenders either can make it or if we have what's in stock. Does that sound about right for you?
Yeah, our bartender is really good too. We have some really good bartenders. So our bartender is good. He'll probably be able to make your drink. So know what's in it. Find out a little bit of what's in it, what you think might be in it, and we can probably get it out to you.
Yep. Also, if you order a drink, try to be slightly accommodating to the waiter and don't leave your table until they come back. Because a lot of times, a lady will order a drink, and then I understand sometimes your favorite guy's on stage, so you want to go tip him. That's cool. Leave a girlfriend at the table, or, if you can, wait a minute, because there's nothing worse when a waiter goes, grabs your drinks, come back, and you're gone. Because they can't really just leave it on the table unless you have a tab open. And even then, it's kind of risky. You never know what's going to happen to the drink. But one thing about drinking at the table, though, you can buy shots for your favorite entertainer. Do you have a little bit of experience on that, Kayden?
Yeah, I drink Crown Royal, and I know a lot of the guys like to have a couple of drinks here and there. So don't be afraid to ask your favorite entertainer what he's drinking, and have a drink with him, have a shot with him. Sometimes if you're lucky, you might catch them on the way by, and they'll stop at the bar and have a shot with you on their way back to the locker room before the next stage performance. So
yeah, definitely.
We're all having drinks. We're all having good times, so don't be afraid to have a shot with your favorite dancer either. If you're not able to make it up to a stage, have a drink with him.
Yep, and if you don't know, either go ask him or ask Kayden. Kayden has a pretty good knowledge of everyone's favorites, so he can, like I say,
absolutely, ask me. I do know what everybody likes. It's weird, I forget that, but everybody does have their favorite. Channing likes his vodka. I know Brandon likes his vodka.
While you're drinking, though, we all understand that it kind of helps the night go better. It helps the guys, helps the women. But know your tolerance. There's nothing worse than you getting there at 10 o'clock, and by midnight, you have a friend that's trash that everyone has to take care of or babysit, or someone passes out, or someone's just sick, and it really ruins your night.
It does. We don't serve food at LaBare, so remember that. Eat before you come. We won't have anything for you to munch on to sober up. So
very good point. Very good point.
Keep that in mind.
So definitely, know your limits. If you need to space it out a little bit, just understand, and it kind of helps your night go off a lot better. It works for entertainers as well. We become friends with a lot of the people that come see us, and it really hurts our business as well when we have to take time out of our evening. Not to say we won't do it. Obviously, we do. Is to take care of someone. I've done it plenty of times. I'm sure everyone here has one night or another had to take care of a friend of theirs that just ran away with the alcohol.
Yeah, we're such nice guys, man. We don't leave anybody hanging. It's happened to us all.
True story.
Yeah.
And lastly,
so don't get too drunk, ladies, please.
Yes. We look good, but at the same time, if you're starting to see 2 or 3 of us, you might be having a few too many. That being said, finally, don't forget to tip your waitstaff. You've been tipping the guys all night. Your waitstaff's been taking care of you. It's probably a little bit more difficult than you think because, like I said, women get up, they go to the bathroom, they go to the smoke patio, they go up to main stages, they get dances. It's really hard to find everyone or listen to everyone with such loud music going on and stuff like that. So definitely take care of your waitstaff if they took care of you. Just keep that open communication. Any last alibis you got for alcohol or anything like that, Kayden?
No, man. This was a great show. I had a great time being on here. Thanks for having me. And to all the ladies out there, by all means, have a drink with your favorite entertainer. We're all having a good time. This is a great nightclub to come and to enjoy yourself. So let's have some drinks. Don't be shy. Get some cash. Come to LaBare. Prepare to have a great night. Leave all your problems at home.
If you are going to end up also having a big party, we also offer various party packages. They include everything from going on stage, t-shirts, pictures, your own private stage, private reserved seating and stuff like that.
Definitely reserve your seating. That's a great point too. Yeah,
so,
reserve that seating.
Contact. I'll have the phone number in the show notes. Definitely contact the club ahead of time and set it up. It's a really good thing if you get anywhere from 8 to 15 girls going. Everyone chips in a little bit, and you can really set up a good night for yourself. All right, Kayden. So I like to end the show with the worst and best events of the week. That kind of lets people know a little bit of our daily and weekly history and stuff that we experience. I'll go ahead and take it first. My not so great event of the week was Saturday night, prime time. We had a full club, and Axel, which typically does shower, ends up not being there. So I was like, you know what? I got the long hair. People like it. I've been experimenting. I'm going to do shower. So I end up going on stage. Everything runs clockwork. Lights are good. Music's good. I do my undress, curtains open, everyone sees the shower. They're absolutely, they're blown away because it's Saturday night. We have, 2/3 of the club is newbies. They don't know what's going on. And then open the shower door. I take one step in the shower, literally put my foot in the shower, so it's the point of no return, and the computer freezes.
Dude, I'm so sorry, man.
No. Like, I understand it's not your fault. It was a technical issue.
I could not believe it. I couldn't believe it. Couldn't have happened. There's only one. I've always said there's only one primetime set, man. There's only one Saturday night a week. There's only one 10 o'clock set, and I cannot believe that it happened when you stepped your foot into that shower. I'm so sorry.
Trust me, man. It worked out well. Like, the thing was, I already had a foot in the shower, so I couldn't play it off. I couldn't stall for time, like undressing a little bit slower or whatever. I was done. I was committed.
At what point did you knew right away? I think I asked you. You knew right away that something was wrong. It took me a second. You're always changing your music. You're always, editing your set list. So I thought, hey, maybe this is a new sound effect. Maybe this is something dramatic. So as it freezes, I'm like watching you. I'm like, okay, this is cool. This is cool.
Let's see where this goes. Let's see what he's doing.
Let's see what he's doing next. I like it. and then I realized that wasn't the case. I'm sorry, man.
No. I know technical. Hey, you were Johnny on the spot, dude. I think there was probably only about 12 seconds of dead space before you threw a CD on. So kudos to you.
It happened again last night, but it wasn't on your set. It was on Christian's set.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
So that being said, though, I got to give him credit, though. He ended up on the fly just grabbing a CD off the rack, throwing it in there, and it ended up being a good song to work with.
I cannot believe that song worked out, man. What song was it? Orgy?
No, it was...
Slept So Long, Jay Gordon from Orgy, yeah.
Was it? I thought it was Lost Boys.
No. Slept So Long.
Okay. Yeah, so... And it just worked out really well.
I can't believe that.
And we saved it. We saved it. Definitely, like, his emceeing was on point. So it's kind of like the best and the worst all in one. But it definitely, like I said, as soon as my foot hit that, I heard the...
Guess whose CD I grabbed and it had that slow, sexy rock song?
Yours?
No, Ace's.
What?
It's the only thing that I could reach. I was expecting some, like, super hype, DJ Luke or some super hype Pitbull or some kind of a techno mix,
Wow, what are the chances? Fate right there.
Yeah, I can't believe it.
Awesome.
That's the most hype music.
But once again, your professionalism, we pulled it off. No one knew the wiser, You and I did, and then maybe one or two of the guys, but that was it.
Awesome, man. Good job, dude.
So what was your not so great event of the week?
My not so great event of the week was losing my voice after Nick's party on Saturday, man. We came in on Sunday and still had some ladies ready to keep the weekend going, and I was ready to keep going also, but man, I couldn't talk. I lost like this higher register, like this higher octave. I just could not reach. Like,
oh yeah, it's got to be rough for you. I can imagine.
I was talking like that, so I had to just keep it really low and stuff.
Start tweaking the knobs on the DJ booth to kind of make yourself sound and stuff.
Yeah, like I did. So I was kind of sounded like I was underwater.
Hey, it worked though. You pulled it off though. But hey, that's just a testament to how hard you worked the night before.
And that was the highlight of my week. Was the night before. Are we gonna go into that?
No, yeah, go ahead. What was it? What was it?
Highlight of my week. Night before, Nick's party was awesome. I had a great time. The house was packed. I love performing in front of a packed house, man. We do feed off the energy of the ladies, so having all those girls out there in the crowd just brings me up too. It's just a natural high. We put the LaBare high on them, and they put the high back on us, and it's just a great time. And that was my highlight of the week.
Right on, man. Right on. Mine would have to be Nick's party as well. It turns out that I had a friend that she stopped coming to the club about 2 years ago, and no harm, no foul. Like, we parted ways and stuff. We still kept in touch from time to time, but she kind of moved on and stuff. And then just randomly, completely out of the blue, she ended up coming in on that Saturday, and she tried to hide from me to surprise me until I went on stage. But I'm a smiles guy, and I saw her smile out of the corner of my eye, and it was done. And it actually worked out because I didn't go up for another hour and a half after that. So that would have been an hour and a half that we didn't get time together. So that definitely, just a little thing like that, having old friends come in and kind of reunion was really awesome. It was great having her kind of see my new look now and my new show.
Which is awesome, by the way. I keep telling you that. You're constantly reinventing yourself, man, and I'm really digging what you're doing right now. It's badass.
Thanks, man. I appreciate it. I think you're a little biased, though, just because you like the Rob Zombie look on me.
It's dope, man. I love it. It's my favorite one so far.
So, right on. But let's, I think we're going to go ahead and call it a wrap here, Kayden. I really appreciate you being on the show. Thank you so much for being on it. We're actually going to have you again and do a more in-depth interview with you and find out your background, because that's quite an interesting story that I know our listeners would definitely want to hear.
Cool. That'll be a lot of fun.
Right on.
Thanks for having me, man.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, thank you again for listening in to episode 6 of Crowd Pleaser. Once again, definitely check out our Patreon, patreon.com/Crowd Pleaser, where you can kind of contribute to a show that kind of makes your day a little bit better 1 week at a time. Until next time, have a great day.